Hello everyone, Rimea here, and welcome to my playthrough of New Super Mario Bros. Okay, yeah, no, this is not just New Super Mario Bros. U. This is the New Super Mario Bros. U Anniversary Edition mod made by Ultra, which is a mod that was made to celebrate the anniversary of New Super Mario Bros. U, of course, and that was, I think, like 2 months ago at this point. And the mod itself, I think, released around New Year's or like early December. I forget exactly when it released. It released a while ago, that's for sure. But I've decided, let's just give it a playthrough, why not? It was made by one of my friends, Ultra Maker, and I've never played through a mod of his before. I think this might actually be one of the first mods that he has released. He's mostly known for making Mario Maker stuff. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get started on the mod. So this mod celebrates the anniversary of New Super Mario Bros. U, the 10-year anniversary, and so because of that, it has like these different levels that kind of are meant to represent different worlds of the original game. Also, it looks like there's no cutscene skip or anything like that, which I suppose kind of fits with the whole vanilla style of the mod that we're going to be seeing. So I'll see you guys at the world map. Alright, it looks like there's not much different going on here. It's just all very vanilla. But like I said, that kind of fits with the whole mod's theme, because I think all these levels are also going to be quite vanilla, like not really using any custom tile sets or anything like that for the most part. So let's get started with Acorn Plains -1, Walking the Acorn Plains. Interesting name there. Let's have a look. So yeah, of course, all these levels are kind of meant to be quite vanilla, and in fact, I think the idea behind most of these levels is also that they're kind of like a mixture of different mechanics and themes and ideas from the original world's levels. So we might be seeing some stuff in this level that kind of represents different ideas from the original game. So for example, so far this section here feels quite a bit like 1-1. I don't know how much that's going to mean for like the actual qualities of the level design, of course, because usually you want a level to be focused, like you want the mechanics to all be kind of like a one big like evolutionary concept behind them, instead of there just being like these random mechanics thrown into a level. So we'll see if this feels like that or not. So far, that's an interesting bonus right there. Kind of, I don't know if I like pulling the player onto the piece fish like that. That feels a little strange, maybe. And in general, I don't know what the point of it being so cramped is, but that's alright, I suppose. We haven't even gotten like an acorn suit yet so far. In the original game, you get an acorn suit like super quickly. Like you can basically get it like from the start. Oh, there we go. A lovely first start point. Yeah, okay, I figured that would happen because that's also in the original 1-1, of course. Alright, a not very ambiguous secret. Oh, it's not even. Okay, interesting. I don't know if Nintendo would ever do anything like that, but I suppose it is kind of similar to, oh yeah, this is also, yeah. So you can see a lot of elements here. If you're quite familiar with 1-1 from the original game, there are quite a few familiar things here. I suppose that, like, ground pound thing there is kind of like the laser secret below the midway in the original 1-1 as well. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then the red coin section. Yeah, this is kind of, this is almost kind of weird, honestly, just how, like, familiar and yet different this all is. I also don't know how much merit this really has for like a video of mine, because it's all just like, there's not much to analyze here level design wise so far, at least. But that's also just because it's a, oh yeah, this is actually more like that laser secret. Yeah, that's also just because it's a 1-1, of course. So 1-1s don't tend to have like much in terms of mechanical ideas behind them. They're usually just there to introduce the game as a whole. I do like some of the tiling here and stuff, and like the implementation of the moving semi-solids. All feels pretty natural. I think Ultra is quite good at like generally just like tiling and like making his stuff feel official, which is always I think a good aspect. Oh, this is kind of like neat. This is maybe a little bit more involved of a bonus from in the original game. I like the having do the water wings. Does that one stick around forever? No, it's going down very slowly, but that's still pretty cool, I think. Oh, I just fell. Oh, I didn't realize the special exit would be that that low down. Let's give that another shot. Right, there we go. I also like the usage of the like green athletic tile set. I think that's quite a an underappreciated tile set in general. But that was weird though. You can see the coins like going through the ground, but like you can see that this ground is on layer 0 for some reason. I guess because of the semi-solid, maybe? I don't know. That's a bit weird. But as a whole, I think a lot of this feels quite nice and natural. I suppose this is supposed to be one of these kind of start points. I don't think Nintendo ever does one of these. I think I've only ever seen those kinds of things in mods. I don't know if I'm a big fan of them, honestly. But I suppose for a 1-1, it's alright. Like maybe there's a little bit too many enemies here. Like it's like 8 of them or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is exactly like the original 1-1 as well, except now it's this moving semi-solid, I suppose. There we go. Yeah, that was quite nice. I mean, quite pleasant. I bet you, if you like showed that to some people who haven't played New Super Mario in a couple of years, they would just think that's probably the vanilla 1-1. Like it's really quite similar. Now, I presume this next level also has a secret exit, but I'm not entirely sure. It did say there are 8 levels in the description of the mod, so surely there will be a secret exit. Also, interesting that we're heading into a snow theme. Usually you'd maybe expect a like a desert theme or something in the second level, or like an underground theme, I suppose. But like I understand that each level is meant to represent a different like world theme. So I wonder what made him choose which level to put where. Maybe it's just like a difficulty thing. I don't know. I did witness a lot of this mod's development, by the way, because Ultra has kind of been like working on it for a little bit. And he kept like delaying it and kind of showing off what he'd made so far and talking about how he kept like scrapping sections and stuff. But I don't remember too much from all that stuff, so this is mostly still a blind playthrough. Alright, so far so good. I don't know why this stone has Y scrolling, it doesn't seem all that useful. Also, of course, quite a classic thing to have bullet bill launches in the snow for some reason. Nintendo does that quite a bit. I don't know what the point is of these like hordes of Goombas we keep encountering. There's also one like sections like that in the previous level. I don't know if that's really all that great in my opinion. But yeah, of course we also have the spinning star platforms, and I think the note blocks also made an appearance in the snow world originally. That makes sense. This actually looks a lot like I think it's like, what is it, 3-3 or something from New Mario's Wii. With these bullet bill launches kind of in this like pit, except in that level there's like a pipe in the middle as well. I wonder if that's intentional or not. Let's see. So yeah, here, there's another section with many Goombas. Oh, there's no propeller suit. All right. Some of the styling definitely feels a little bit like, I don't know, maybe almost too clean, or like I don't know if Nintendo would ever tile like that with those like arches down below as well. But that's not a bad thing per se. Like everyone has to have their own style. I think that's better than just being completely vanilla all the time. I like a lot of this, like, the feel of this so far is actually pretty cool. It's actually relatively unique having all these, like, note blocks here. I don't think that's something New Super Mario does all that much, using note blocks that much, but it feels pretty nice. Oh, that's a special exit. I would have expected maybe, like, a pipe. Oh, you can see the, like, the little, like, propeller thing at the top of Mario's head. Oh, okay, that's the secret exit. I suppose we might as well check out the secret level before continuing with 1-2. And the secret level is Water Spout Shoals, which I suppose makes sense because this level actually like makes sense to be a beach level even on the world map. Ooh, there's some interesting compression going on with the beach tiles there. You see that? That's kind of weird. I don't know what caused that. But let's see about this level. The original game already does a lot of like using the same mechanics in multiple levels and stuff. So I guess it's going to be interesting looking at this beach level, seeing how. Oh, I figured there would be like. Yeah, 0 here because of the. I'm not a fan of putting like semi-slows like that like into the wall like that. It looks a little bit like, I don't know if Nintendo would ever do something like that, but it does maybe aesthetically look a little bit nicer than just having them floating. But yeah, I don't know, not a huge fan per se. But yeah, as I was saying, I think Nintendo already doesn't really have that many mechanics for the beach in these Mario, so they just kind of mix and match them regardless of which level you're in, like in the original game already. So I feel like this is just going to feel pretty vanilla overall. It's fun that he's using the beach tile set, like the beach sand tile set, because that's something that's almost entirely used in the original game, I believe. I think it might only show up in like one zone or something. So that's quite nice. And got some urchins. Yeah, I mean, just like having urchins, hawkeye crabs, water spouts. I mean, that's just basically the 3 main beach mechanics of New Super Mario. And even like these pipes with the piranha plants is something that I think is in the first beach level. Or I might be thinking of New Super Luigi U there, I don't know. So like it all feels pretty familiar already, regardless of it being a like sort of mechanics mashup. So yeah, interesting that we've received the ice flower here. We also got the propeller suit in the snow level. So I wonder if there's no penguin suit at all. I suppose that would make sense considering the original game didn't have the penguin suit in any of the like original levels. But I mean, most people do like having the penguin suit in their mods and stuff. So it would be quite. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a shame if there wasn't any in this mod, but then again, that would be maybe like that would contribute to the mod feeling more vanilla. I'm kind of worried about maybe finding the second star coin. I feel like we haven't like encountered anything yet so far, but also we're getting quite far into the level now. I don't know. Yeah, so far this level honestly is probably not. I'm not that big of a fan of it. It's just like all very like vanilla stuff. It kind of feels more like 1-1 than 1-2, where I felt like the mechanics were doing some more interesting stuff. What's this all about? Am I supposed to go up there? Is that? I mean, it's a big arrow, of course, but am I supposed to use like a propeller suit or an ankle suit or what? Huh. It was like an invisible question mark. No, I don't know what the indication there is for. Yeah, I'm not really sure honestly. That's weird. Maybe go in the pipe? No. Range? I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's an invisible walk here? Huh. Well, if you haven't missed the second cycle already, we're missing it right now, I think. The red pipe here. Oh, that's the secret exit for the roadmap, I suppose. Well, that's also nothing. Alright, we missed both the second and the third star coin. Good job, me. I wonder what Morka would think of that goal pole there. That's not great. Having like such a short distance between the jump and the actual pole. Alright, we're back in 1-2, where I think we left off with the secret exit. What's in here? Oh, nothing. That's cool. I feel like in general there's quite an abundance of big blocks and question marks in these levels. Maybe more so than Nintendo would have, though I might be wrong on that. I don't know. I quite like all these like coin circles here as well, going around the stars or this big arc here. That's quite nice. Right, quite a simple third star coin there. A lot more simple than whatever we missed in the previous level there. Yeah, it looks like we're just doing some traditional ramping up of the mechanics, but I quite like it. And then, oh yeah, having a Banzai Bale launcher at the very end, I think. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, like I said, I think so far 1-2 has probably been my favorite in terms of using mechanics in interesting ways. And yeah, once again, the task compression is very weird in this one. I don't know how that ended up being like that. But it's just it's just very compressed. Alright, moving on to the tower, which is called Shifting Piranha Plants! Exclamation mark. Oh, okay, that's not a tower level. I kind of figured it wouldn't be, I suppose. There's still kind of, like, when you think about it, I think in the original game there was like this outside section at the start of the tower, which was also in the mountain world. So in a way, it still kind of tracks. Should I get the... I don't feel like getting the ice flower. Okay, cool, using the Sumo Bros. Those were also used in that same tower I mentioned. Actually, the same also goes for the, these, like, spike tops with the, like, this platform. So I suppose this is all, like, kind of meant to be a reference to that level. I think... No, wait, these guys and also this platform here were used in, that underground level, weren't they? And then the starting piranha plants were used in a different level. So yeah, this is definitely more of a mix-up of the mechanics, like I was kind of expecting going into the mod. Sections like these are always quite cool, like having these different moving platforms interact. It also looks like they're synchronized, which is... Or are they synchronized? Maybe not. No, actually they're not. I kind of like it when platforms are all like synchronized to where it's always the same like setup between the different timings of the platforms. But I also understand that that's quite difficult to do and maybe not always necessary. Using the mountain task is an absolute pain. I've never done it actually. I've never, like, it might be the one NSMBU vanilla task that I've never used. Or, well, actually that's not true, but one of the few main vanilla tasks at least. And I don't want to try either because it looks like a pain. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, I guess that does actually. I was going to say that coin arc is a little bit weird, but it does line up with the platform once it moves all the way. It's just like a... Just do this? Like, is there nothing here to help you doing this? Is it just wall jumping? Oh, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die? I might just be able to make this. Yes, there we go. Alright. Is that the intended way of getting that? Or, like, what? Because, I mean, I did that with a propeller suit, and you don't even get a propeller suit in this level. Might be able to do that with, like, an ice block, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of having these platforms here floating like that. Like why not just have that be semi-solos or something? No. Oh well. This is quite a cool section here like this, having to deal with the movement of the platform while also dodging enemies. Well, that's a quite a simple star coin. Also, I feel like some people might not be a fan of the way that looks with the star coin going in front of the platform. And oh, once again, a very close goal pole. I feel like, yeah, just making these jumps here a little bit like wider would make it feel a lot more like just good to jump to the goal pole. I think that's something that Mario Kart taught me, that yeah, it always feels more satisfying when the jump to get to the goal pole is much wider. Moving on to 1-3, Giant Seesaw Bridge. I wonder if that's the jungle level then, because of the whole giant aspect. Yeah, it is, alright. So far, let's see, we had 1-1 being an overworld level, 1-2 was a snow level, 1-secret was the beach level, 1-tower was the mountain level, and now we have the jungle level. They're still missing, what, like desert and what else? I guess sky, and then also, of course, like lava. I suppose those will be the last few levels. Presumably, the sky level will be the mushroom, like 1-4 level. And then, yeah, well, whatever. Let's stop speculating about that and actually focus on the level. Seems to be quite, traditional as usual with the giant mechanic. Though I think in the original game, the whole like giant like mechanic of or not 1-, World 5 was mostly just relegated to the first level, and then I guess like the tower had giant snake blocks, and that was really it. That's always been I think a bit of a missed opportunity in the original game. Man, once again we have those sets of three. Oh yeah, that's a cool find. Those sets of 3 Goombas. Ultra really loves those. I think they've been in like almost every level so far. Ooh, and once again that semi-solid going behind the. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, honestly. Or like in general having that whole like one white like this hole. That just looks weird to me. I'm sorry. I presume you can fall down. I would have probably put some cloud areas there to indicate that like you can fall down. I think Nintendo tends to do that. I mean, despite all these little nitpicks, I mean, I still think it's quite impressive how well the mod feels to play. Like, it's all very vanilla, but yeah, I think it is enjoyable. It does use some mechanical combinations that I haven't seen before, and it still does that while also managing to feel like, like a proper game. And like I said, if you showed this level, or any of the levels in this mod, to anyone who hasn't played these Mario Kart in a little bit, they'd probably think it's vanilla, which I think is, in a way, an achievement. Using background tiles like that there, I think is also kind of like more of a thing that mods tend to do more than Nintendo does it. I feel like Nintendo uses background rocks in like quite a different way to where that mods do. I like the little colored pipe indication there. That's always something nice. I presume there's hello pop in. that's a great thing in these strategy. I love that so much. If you notice in Cloudy 2, almost throughout the entire mod I managed to avoid that, except for like 1 or 2 sessions here and there. And it's always been quite a big limitation of some setups you can do. Like for example, a bonus room like that, where you just have the platforms on screen right away. It just looks awkward, and that's a shame. Alright, looks like there's a thing in the wall here. I presume there's like a shell, oh yeah, here it is. There we go. We didn't manage to hit all of them, but let's see what's in there. Okay, it didn't come back. That's good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like having that. Like, I get why it's there for the shell, but I feel like there should be some better way of doing that. Like maybe having this here not be layer 0, so the player can see the gap coming, because otherwise it's just kind of Also in general, I guess there's no real point for me to walk in there because it's just points that the shell already collected, but it still feels like most people would go in there and then potentially die right before the midway. So yeah, oh well. In terms of mechanics, this level seems to be mostly a mix between the jungle log, or not jungle log, like jungle bridge platform level towards the end of World 5, and also 5-1 with the whole giant aspect, of course. Oh, another vine, the second vine in one level. That's kind of interesting. Oh, and once again that one wide hole setup. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, I haven't seen this before. This is neat. Okay. Try to get this. Like that, maybe? Ooh, that didn't quite line up. Alright, let's give it another shot. Right now. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Alright, and I guess we can go into the pipe. You could softlock yourself there, couldn't you? Because you could, unless you could fall down there somehow. I don't know, because, like, you couldn't have the shell, go off-screen to the left, right? So then, like, you'd be softlocked, I think? Am I right in saying that? I don't know. Because, I mean, if you have to go through one of the pipes, but you have the shell not break any of the blocks, and then the shell goes off-screen. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. Not that big of a deal, I suppose, but still something I think that should be, you know, probably fixed. But I don't really think this mod is the kind of mod that, like, is going to get any updates or anything like that. Alright, a lot of Piranha Plant spam. Though, still, like, I mean, as far as mechanics go, I suppose it is vaguely interesting doing something like this. I don't think Nintendo ever did anything like this. Oh yeah, it really is just Piranha Plants all the way. Wow. Oh, we already got the third star coin, so there's nothing more to look out for. In fact, this might be the gold ball. Yeah, yeah. Once again, the very like not that great gold ball, I think, with how easy it is to get the top. I'm wondering if Baby Yoshi is like kind of meant for the level. I suppose we can check him out. Alright, the message hasn't been edited, so that might be a good indication. I don't know. Bouncing above the fuzzy valley. Alright, yeah, so it looks like my prediction came true, and this is the athletic level. I think I have seen quite a bit from this level before, because I think I might have been in a call with Ultra while I was working on this level at one point. And I remember quite enjoying what I saw. Oh yeah, now we've got the equal suit again. Looks like just about every level has a different power-up, like it's kind of like alternating through all the different power-ups. Oh, that's that's quite a star coin there. Wow, that's not that complicated. But yeah, it looks like this is kind of a combination between like snaking above Mist. No, not really. I guess the name is just a bit like snaking above Mist Valley. But like the level itself is more like the bouncy cloud boomerangs level, and then also with the addition of fuzzies, which I don't think were those in World 7 at all. I know they were like the enemy encounter, but I don't know about any actual levels. I don't think they were. Alright, I like the little Goomba generator set up there, and also this is quite interesting. Oh wait, I'm gonna get. Oh yeah, no, I didn't think that one through. Oh, I could have just eaten it, right? Well, damn it. Yeah, this tiling here definitely feels like something Nintendo wouldn't do. Also, that's the slightest tiling error in the world right there. But like just having these like big land masses. Oh, you can't. Right, my bad. Like this big like this almost feels more like something you'd see in an underground level. But even then, it just feels a little bit too like gimmicky for something that Nintendo would do, I think. I don't know if the whole point of the mod really was to feel vanilla, or if that's not really the intention. But if it was, I don't really feel like this accomplishes that. But I still think, as far as mechanics go and stuff, this has been good so far. We already got the first star coin, and it looks like the second one might be right over here. Yeah, there we go. Also interesting that the level uses the sunset theme. So I suppose that makes sense considering it seems to be mostly inspired by one of the sunset levels with the bouncy clouds and the boomerang bro. Right, I presume the star coin's gonna fall in the middle. Oh yeah, it did. Oh, and I still sucked. Also, wait, did I just did that? Okay, well, rip my Baby Yoshi. Damn it. That was a net loss there. I lost my Baby Yoshi and the star coin. Damn it. Maybe no. Pablo's don't respawn. Damn it. Well. Right, green coin section. Alright, quite a nice one. I think sometimes people can screw up green coin sections quite a bit, but that felt pretty good. This actually reminds me quite a bit of a section that was shown in the Newer U trailer all the way back in like 2017 or whenever that came out. With the fuzzies and the bouncy clouds and stuff. Though, I mean, this is actually a real level, whereas that was just like one little section they made specifically for the trailer, which is quite funny. Ooh, if anything, this reminds me a lot more of NSMBU's Wii, like that one mushroom level with the fuzzies going all the way around. Though I'm not a fan of the fuzzies going through each other like that. They should definitely be moving the same direction, I think. Though getting the fuzzies to move a certain direction is sometimes a little bit annoying, so I kind of understand that maybe that might be like unintentional. I don't know. I do like having these like little floating platforms like that though. I think that's actually quite appropriate for the athletic theme. Oh, I didn't do that right. Let's try sliding into this guy, I guess. There we go. What's going on here? Oh god, that's... Okay, that's really difficult. Especially if you're big. Oh well. I'm not that annoyed with getting hit there. I'm surprised I didn't get hit earlier. Let's try another slide technique. I don't know if I'm a fan of putting the bros like below blocks like that. I mean, I think the other one was on top of the blocks, but still. I suppose I'm supposed to get up there with an Acorn suit, but I don't have one anymore because of how annoying that section below was. Jeez. This is quite precarious. Oh yeah, actually it's not that bad. And once again, the world's easiest goal pull. Oh, well, I guess, I mean, at least this one has the bouncy cloud moving up and down. Yeah, that was quite an interesting level. Had quite a few interesting setups here and there, but I don't know if it really came together all that well, because a lot of the sections felt quite like separated from each other, and like just different ideas were being thrown at the screen in every section, basically. And also there's some weird stuff there, like that one fuzzy section seemed way too difficult, because I just got hit regardless of doing it pretty well, I think. Alright, and now for what I presume to be the desert level, stone spikes, melting sands. Yeah, that sounds like a desert level. Alright. Stone spikes and spouting sands. That's yeah, that's desert stuff, I suppose. Are the other stone spikes? Actually, I don't know if stone spikes are used in the desert in NSMBU. Actually, I forget where stone spikes were used at all, honestly, in this review, but they were definitely used somewhere. But the normal, like the green spikes, which are just called spiked, those were definitely used in one of the desert levels. And of course, the same goes for the sand spouts. I do wonder why he chose to put this level here instead of the like the snow level or something. I don't know. So far, one critique I definitely have of this level is the just like over decoration of the ground. Like, there's way too much here, I think. Not to mention, of course, those decorations are mostly from New Super Luigi U as opposed to New Super Mario Bros. U. I keep wanting to enter the pipes that are a different color. Actually, I mean, there's that one pipe there which didn't have a problem. Let's check that one actually. Oh, I can't get in. Oh god. Let me in. Yes. All right. Well, that's a. Oh, I thought for a second this was a big pipe and the rest of the pipes were like normal size, but actually this is a. That's funny. It's just a very zoomed in section. Okay. Yeah, interesting how so far most of the bonus rooms have been quite. Oh my god. Okay. Most of the bonus rooms have been quite like small zones. This is definitely one of the sections of all time. That kind of like mini pipe tiling, I think, is also something that Nintendo does occasionally, and it's quite weird, I think. But I suppose since Nintendo does it, it's alright, especially for a mod like this. Please don't. Okay. I wonder if that problem would actually kill you if I hadn't like moved out of the way. I hope not. Oh, there's nothing in there? Oh, that would have been like the best place to put like a one-up or a vine even, or a mushroom at least. Jeez. That's interesting there, seeing see this like the spike ball kind of riding the sand pillar. That's, yeah, quite interesting. Alright, introducing the like stretch mushrooms for the second half, which were also used in World 2, of course. I wonder if there's anything in here. Yeah, as a whole, I still feel like this, like some sections here are like, for example, this here, where I feel like there's just like an overabundance of like stuff. Like, I feel like there should be more spacing between some of the elements, and like that's just like all these sections with like break blocks and question blocks very close to the ground, and it's just like a little bit overbearing sometimes. Maybe like there's also too many enemies. It just feels a little bit too much sometimes, and not something that Nintendo would do maybe. Of course, usually I don't think Nintendo is the end-all be-all of level design and that they should be followed like all the way through. But I think in the case of a mod like this, I feel like that maybe should be the case somewhat at least, because like that's kind of the point of the mod, I think. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that without damage boosting. I suppose you can just barely squeeze through, maybe? That kind of feels a little bit similar to that fuzzy section from the previous level, in terms of being maybe a little bit too difficult to do without damage boosting. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, this is just like waiting for the timing to align. I don't know if that's fun, because it could like misalign completely depending on just complete luck, basically. Why do there keep being these brick blocks that have nothing in them? It's just so unsatisfying. Alright, now it looks like we're very much emulating, what is it, like 2-5 or 4, I think? With the stone spikes onto the stretch mushroom. Okay, yeah, another very kind of precarious but still very easy goal pole there once again. I think it should be easier to just get to the goal pole, but harder to get the top, you know? Okay, and last but not least, funny bone. What? Funny bone castle? I mean, I know a funny bone is a thing, but that's still quite. I suppose it is quite funny to call it that. All right, looks like we're doing the classic combination of the like bone platform thing from the final castle and the thwomps. I say classic because at this point it's already been done in multiple mods. I've done it in 2 of my mods, I believe. But I suppose it makes sense for this kind of level because it combines like several castle elements. It combines the thwomps and the bone platforms, which are originally not used together. So yeah, that's quite emblematic of the mod, I suppose. How do I get that? I said to go, if there's nothing in there, okay. that was very, well, not very difficult, but no, at least slightly tricky to get. This is quite cool here, using the pillars as like an actual like section, instead of just having to be like almost decorational like they usually are in levels, I feel like. Alright. Also so far quite nice mechanical progression with the thwomps and like their size and like the bone platforms, of course. I don't know how I feel about this section here being so cramped though, it feels a little bit weird maybe. But interesting how so far there hasn't been a single enemy in this level, like no like dry bones or anything. Usually you'll expect those at least a little bit in the castle level. Alright, this is interesting. I have no idea how to do that without damage boosting as well. I mean, I'm sure it's technically possible with the timing, but once again, that's just waiting for cycles to align, which I'm not a fan of. Oh, another thing I'm not a fan of is just having the zone end like this. That's not great. Is the second half going to be an airship section or something? Oh no, we're just in the final castle now, basically. Interesting. Also interesting is how the question marks and break blocks and stuff are like the underground lava ones, not just the normal lava ones. I guess that's just done because they look cooler, maybe? I don't know. Because, I mean, they do look cooler, so. Alright, thank you, Bowser Jr. I wonder if we're going to be fighting the final Bowser then. I guess so. Can't wait for that. Oh, God. Okay, at least we didn't get punched into the lava. That's quite a bit of for the boost there. Okay. Yeah, once again, this just feels like one of those sections that could have been could have been vanilla if you like showed it to someone who wasn't used to these Mario. Oh God, okay. Just barely made it out of there. What's this? Oh God, I tried to do a cool strat there, didn't quite work out. Alright. We still got it, that's fine. Maybe a power up over here? Oh, maybe. Can you fall over here, maybe? Oh, that's not... No, wait. I think there's probably an invisible question mark above that with a power-up, maybe? Oh, well. Oh, we just got a goal pole. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose. I didn't really feel like fighting the final Bowser either way. Let's just get the top. There we go. And yeah, I suppose that's the end of the mod then. So yeah, overall, I still quite enjoyed this, even though I did have quite a lot of little criticisms here and there. Looks like we still have a credits level as well. So of course, Ultra made this mod, and you should definitely check out Ultra. I'll put a link to his channel, or at least the release trailer of the mod in the description. I think he's working on these mod right now, and it looks pretty cool. And oh yeah, it had some, what was that, tileset design, did it say? Or I forget what it said, but it credited me for it, so that's nice. Yay, more Goombas! Level design, Ultra Maker, and Nintendo. Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. I like how this is a reference to, what is it, 9-9 from the original game? That kind of makes sense. Oh, there we go. Oh, the shell got the Stockholm for me. Alright. Are there actually 3 Stockholms in this all together? That's kind of cool. Is that gonna get... it's not gonna get it for me. Oh well. Just forgot the... Wait, that's just... Wait, why is that the second Stockholm, but the other one... What? That's weird. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and all that stuff. But yeah, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.